welcome back to my channel. So we have a lot of tea to talk about in this video after a source came forward and spoke with me, and they actually lived by Chance and Alyssa while Chance was living with his buddy before they moved into this recent hotel, and some of the things that they had to say are shocking. So before Chance got arrested, him and Alyssa had been staying in this hotel for a few weeks leading up to his arrest. But before that, Chance and Alyssa were staying with his buddy. And when Alyssa first moved in with Chance, that's who they were staying with. And according to the neighbor, Chance, Alyssa, and his buddy and a few other people were all staying at his buddy's house. But his buddy didn't even own the house that they were staying in. No one was supposed to be living there because the house was condemned and had been condemned for a while. And they were all just sitting there squatting. And apparently the house was constantly getting reported to police for all them squatting in it and because of a lot of suspicious activity. According to the neighbor, they said that everybody in the neighborhood refers to that house as the crackhead house in the neighborhood, because apparently that house was notorious for having a bunch of shady activity and people coming in and out of it all the time. And they kept trying to have the police show up, and they try to kick everyone out of the house. And then everybody be like, okay, we're going to pack our bags and leave. And then the police would leave, and then they would just never leave. And then the cops would come back a few weeks later, do the same thing over and over again. And eventually they kicked them out for good. And that's when Chance and Alyssa did move into the hotel. I think that explains why Chance's girlfriend Alyssa was telling people in the past on Facebook she was sleeping in Chance's truck with the dogs. I think these were times when the police would show up and tell everybody they had to leave. So people would make it look like they're leaving. They'd leave for a night, wait for it not to be so hot, and wait for the cops to let their guard down. And then they just go sneaking right back into the condemned house again. So pretty much Chance, Alyssa, and a few other Chance's buddies were all squatting at the house. And that's not the only thing though, because when they're living at this condemned house illegally, they not only moved themselves in, but Chance and Alyssa decided to move their pets in. And I remember Chance's girlfriend Alyssa, before she was with Chance, she was always posting these bunnies that she had. Before Alyssa got with Chance, if you look at her Facebook, she was constantly posting her bunnies. Her bunnies were her whole world and her whole personality. That's all she would ever talk about. And come to find out, when she moved up here from Illinois to be with Chance in Missouri, she brought her bunnies with her and she moved them into this condemned house with Chance. So that's not it though. Remember when Chance last saw baby Mason, and it was right after his birthday. He went and picked up baby Mason, took some pictures, posted them to his Facebook, and then that same day he had pictures of his girlfriend and baby Mason that he also posted to his Facebook. And then he also posted a picture of his girlfriend holding a puppy. Well, I had a few people in my comments saying, is that one of Tayler's puppies? Because it looks like the same exact breed. And I was comparing the puppy to pictures of Tayler's puppies, and it looked like the same exact breed. But it looked like the puppy that she was holding was a little bigger, but I couldn't tell exactly. Well, kind of find out, the puppy that Chance and Alyssa got, they got that puppy from Tayler, and the last time Chance saw baby Mason, that was the first day they got that puppy, and that's why Alyssa was taking pictures with it. And it's actually Bobby's dog, I guess. We'll get into that more in a second, but I guess it's Bobby's dog that she left at Tayler's house to take care of, and it was a girl dog that wasn't fixed, so next thing you know, she gets pregnant. So when Tayler is having trouble getting rid of all the puppies, Chance and his girlfriend decided that they wanted to take one. So they took the puppy back to the condemned house that they're squatting with, along with Alyssa's two bunnies and their two other dogs. So the neighbor knew Chance's truck, the big red truck he had, and he said that most days the truck wasn't even in front of the condemned house, and Chance and Alyssa just had their dogs running wild all day and night outside with no leash, just running the streets with neither Chance or Alyssa anywhere in sight. And they said that there were numerous times that the dogs had been unattended and running wild for literally days on end, and people would get tired of it and call animal control. Animal control would show up. Then they'd somehow get the animals back to Alyssa and Chance. They'd leave. And then eventually, animal control showed up so many times. The neighbor said he saw animal control show up one day, and they ended up driving off with all the animals. So he assumed that they had taken the animals and were taking them to put them up for adoption. Then not long after that, the neighbor was scrolling on Facebook and he came across a post with Chance and Alyssa's dogs and bunnies, and it revealed that they had been surrendered. It says immediate puppy foster needed for Aria. She was left in a condemned house with 4 other animals. She has a leg injury / deformity that she'll need to be taken to a vet appointment on Tuesday / Wednesday to see what's going on. And she's not showing any signs that's physically hurting her at the moment. And bedding is not current, so she would need to be kept separate from other pets for now. Mom is a German Shepherd and Dad is a Great Pyrenees. Apply for foster, and then it shows pictures of her. So these are pictures Tayler posted showing the parents of the puppy she has. And the mom, here she is, a German Shepherd. And here's the dad, a Great Pyrenees, just like this lady is explaining. What's heartbreaking is the people who are currently taking care of the dog is saying that the dog has issues with its arm, and obviously Chance and Alyssa decided to adopt the dog, but they didn't even think it was necessary to help the dog while it's got issues with its arm, and that's just being an irresponsible owner. So then not long after that, the person who's trying to find a foster home for these animals gave an update on the bunnies and said that they're in foster and they're backed by this rabbit rescue. And then they said any rescues have space for any of these 3 surrenders. We have no space, and all 3 of these dogs and 2 bunnies were just surrendered from a condemned house. Bedding unknown, all animals are unaltered. Message me for more info. And it's just so sad because, you know, especially animals who have deformities or issues like that, those animals are harder to adopt. And the last thing I want to see is this puppy have to go to a shelter and lose its life because they're all being irresponsible owners. So this is where it gets really messed up. Chance and Alyssa moved out of the condemned house because it was really hot, and the police were saying that they all had to leave for real this time or they're going to press charges. So they move out and they decide to leave all their animals at the house behind with just a few random people that were still living in the condemned house, but they were in the process of moving themselves. So apparently they left the animals for days and were just permanently planning on leaving the animals with no food, just by themselves. And one of the random people, they're about to move, but they're like, you know, I gotta do something. I can't take care of these animals myself. But they were responsible enough not to just leave the animals behind like Chance and Alyssa did to them. So they went and surrendered the animals because they said that the owners, Alyssa and Chance, said that they're too busy to take care of them. So they left all their animals behind. Next thing you know, they moved into a hotel room. And I feel like that was them not wanting to have any problems moving into a hotel room, because it's hard to find a hotel that's going to let you stay in there with 4 different animals. And plus, you just don't have much space. But still, that's no excuse. Why would you adopt a new puppy if you don't even have a place to put it and you're too busy to take care of it? That's just so irresponsible. And I just hope the puppy and the 2 other dogs and the bunnies, I hope they find a good, loving home. Apparently, the dude that Chance and Alyssa were staying with, that they're all squatting at the condemned house, apparently Chance's buddy is known throughout the whole town as a troublemaker, and he's a hardcore criminal. And apparently the whole neighborhood was relieved after he finally moved out, because the whole neighborhood had been wanting to get him out for the longest. So Tayler posted yesterday that I really wish everyone who's claimed a puppy will come and get them. I only technically have 2 dogs, and right now I have 7. It's exhausting. And we gotta remember, she's got 4 kids on top of that. And someone says, get your dog spayed. And Tayler responded, she said, it's technically not even my dog to spay, so. Then someone said, do it anyways. There are low-cost spay, neuter clinics everywhere. It's not fair to the dog to breed it for money or let it breed because the owner is too irresponsible to properly care for it. And then someone says so many dogs are euthanized every day just because they don't have a home. And that could very well happen to the puppy that Tayler gave Alyssa and Chance, or the two other dogs that Alyssa and Chance had. So a lot of people are like, Bobby, you need to take care of your dog, because they're assuming if it's not Taylor's dog, then it has to be her sister Bobby's. So Bobby responded and she says, I make a lot of money. I have a really good job as well. My checks are anywhere from $2,200 to $2,600 plus, depending on how many hours I'm working. I don't have to be independent because me and my man go half on every bill we have and then some. I've always been independent. Even when I was living with Tayler, I was paying and helping her out with whatever she needed help with, rather it be her kids or help with something else. I'm respected by my real friends. It's people like you I don't care about. I have a good relationship with my family. I have an amazing man that just adores the of me. And I have a great best friend, my dog. Gonna be moving in a minute. A lot of great happening for us both. We're happy. Well, it's just like, I couldn't find the exact comment she was responding to there, because that was the first comment I saw from Bobby under that post. But I mean, girl, just if you're making all this money, just get the dog fixed so it does not happen again, and help Tayler get rid of these puppies, because it shouldn't have to be on Tayler to stress out how to get rid of these puppies and taking care of them every single day. And do they even have their shots? Because the way that lady who posted about the puppy saying that the puppy needed to see a vet ASAP because of its troubles it had with its arm, it sounds like the puppies may have not even had their shots. But that's just pure speculation on my part. And someone else said, is that from your sister's dog? And Tayler said, they're technically both of ours. They're all at my house. I've been watching her dog for the past few months, and she's not fixed, so she got pregnant by my boy dog. Yeah, I think Bobby definitely needs to help Tayler find loving homes for all these puppies. And you know, it's her dog, it's her responsibility at the end of the day. And I hope that they really vet these people and find them good loving homes, instead of just handing over another puppy to Alyssa and Chance like Tayler did, because now this puppy does not have a home. And I hope to God this puppy does not have to go to a kill shelter. That would break my heart in this whole situation, especially the two other dogs that still haven't found homes either. If any of you guys are in the area, I believe it's the St. Louis area, and any of you guys want a puppy or a dog, then definitely hit up the lady who was posting about the animals. I believe her name was in the Facebook post I posted. But that's it for this video, guys. I will definitely follow this story and see if there's any updates on the animals. But let me know what you guys think about everything in the comments below. Check out my lashes and cosmetics at AccordingtoAmber.com. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and thank you so much for watching.